In Creo Parametric, you can enable perspective view, and there are numerous settings to control how that perspective view works. In an assembly, you have the icon for perspective view right on the model tab. If you are in a part model, you're going to have to go to the view tab. And I want you to take a look at what happens to the model when I click this icon. You'll notice that it changes shape. So a perspective view is more realistic, and it's going to display the model more like how it would appear to your eye in the real world. In other words, objects that are far away are going to look smaller. To access the settings for your perspective view, you can go to your saved views list, and here is the reorient command. If you are using this command a lot, you might want to add it to your quick access toolbar. But anyhow, let me go to the reorient tab, and then we have the perspective tab in the dialog box. And here we have some different controls. So right now we're in perspective view. You can change back to orthographic. You can see some of the controls in here, but I'm going to recommend that you change a configuration option just so that you have an additional control in here. Let me cancel out of the reorient dialog box, and I will go to File, Options, and then Options. Let's go to the last control for Configuration Editor. I'm going to click the Find button, and I'm going to search on the keyword PERSP. In other words, P-E-R-S-P. I happen to know the name of the option. I will click on Find Now. And this last option here, Show Perspective Type OM. I don't know what the OM means. The default value is no. I'm going to change that to yes. Let me change it, and then close here. I'll click the OK button. I'm not going to update my config.pro file right now. Let's now go back to the reorient command. I will go to my saved views list and then reorient. And now when I go to the perspective tab, we have this type drop-down list where right now we are controlling the settings for the perspective view, but there's some other modes that you can use like walk through, fly through, from to, and follow path, so you can actually zoom through your model. PTC recommends that you do this in Creo View these days, but you can actually do fly-throughs in Creo Parametric. But anyhow, let's go to these different controls. The first one here is the focal length, and the focal length defines the angle of your view. In other words, it's the size of the visible expanse of the background. And so when you increase this focal length, the angle is going to be narrower. Your angle of view is going to narrow. That'll make the model appear larger, and the closer to the model will appear to your eye. So let's play around with changing this. I'm going to slide it, and so there you can see how it is changing. And let me drag it back down this way as well. And so let's change it back to the initial value. Let me hit the reset button. That's what the reset button down here does. And there's also an option in here to maintain the field of view. So in other words, while you are changing that focal length, it's going to keep the same field of view. In other words, the eye distance is going to change. So let's see what happens when we uncheck that. And now I'm going to slide this, and you can see that, okay, yep, as we are changing the focal length, our eye distance is changing as well. And let's go back to, let me check, maintain the field of view. Let me put this back to its initial value. And you'll notice that when I change this now, take a look at what happens to this eye distance value. So as I change this, you can see that the eye distance is increasing. But let's hit the reset button to go back to the previous values. And so the eye distance is the amount of distortion that you have in the perspective view, and it's a % of the model's diameter. And so as you change that eye distance, it's going to have the observer move towards or away from the camera. So for example, I grab this, and you can see that, hey, we're moving away, and now we're moving towards the camera. So that's how you can play around with the eye distance. Right below the eye distance, you have the image zoom. And so with image zoom, that will allow you to zoom in or zoom out, but at the current focal length. In other words, the focal length is not going to change as you do this. Whoa, let's see. So let's go and zoom in as we are doing that. And so there's another setting that is related to this perspective zoom. And let me click the OK button. Let's go back to our config.pro options, file, options, options. And down at the bottom, we have the configuration editor. I'm going to click the find button. This time I'm going to search on, let's search on the zoom. Nice short word. And so one of the options that we have here is perspective zoom, and the default value is eye distance, but you can change it to that image zoom if you want the zooming to happen at the current focal length. So anyhow, let me close out of there, and then I will cancel out of this dialog box. And there's another option that you have for your perspective view, but you need to be in the Render Studio in order to access it. So let me go to the Applications tab, and then let's go to the icon all the way on the right for the Render Studio. And I have real-time rendering turned on. Let's go back to our saved views list and then the reorient command. And where the heck is my model? There we go. Let's go to the perspective tab. And now underneath here, we have some additional controls for depth of field. So you can enable the depth of field. And when I check this box for enabling the depth of field, we have these focus values, and now I'll specify the distance between the eye point and where everything is in focus. And there's also this control for the amount of blur. So let me see, when I go ahead and crank it up, you can see, oh yeah, it is indeed getting blurrier. So anyhow, those are the different controls that you have for your render settings. Let me cancel out of here. I can hear my fan going off with my really old computer because of the real-time rendering. So again, there is the perspective view command. Be aware, if you go to the view tab, you also have that control from here, and you also have the saved orientations where you can get to your settings for your perspective in the view dialog box.